Here we go. How is everybody doing today? Happy Thursday. Gold is falling this morning. Yes, gold is starting to crash pretty hard in the short term. SPY also starting to crash down. A lot of negativity here, even right at the bell. First candle, big red. Keep your eyes open to the downside today. There's a lot of selling pressure already hitting the market this morning. Looks like on the opening candle we're down, so be ready to adapt, especially if you're a perma bull out there. That's a pretty massive sell-off starting to happen. I'm really looking for SPY to trade into this lower support zone down around 650 to 652. It actually got pretty close on the drop here today, bouncing around 655. There is some support that I see here around 654.50 to 655, so that is going to be something to watch for as we see it drop. Let's see how that lines up on the hourly. We got some right around 657 and then some more down there, like I said, right around 654.50. So yep, lines up. The low of this morning sitting right around 655.20. Hasn't quite gotten to 655 yet, but it got close here as it tries to fall. But good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's having a great one today. How are we doing? Wes, KNMSO, Toro, Jason, good guy. Almighty J, Manicured, Jake, Ramirez, Tangy Man, good guy again. Cornish. Yeah, Sean says 654.50-ish is what I'm looking at. Nice. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I like that one first. Nikki, Gonzalez, Zachary, SPY put premiums are crazy. Yeah, right. Now that is the one problem right now is as we see stocks fall off, that's going to be the one kicker. Crude oil's trading around 96 a barrel. It honestly isn't up that much. I think it could be up a lot more given where we're at right now. With the conflict continuing to drag on. Thought maybe we'd be back at 100 this morning, but nope. Almost got there, I guess, at like 4 a.m. That's where things started to really pick up last night. Right around market close yesterday is where it hit 100. Let's go check that daily. Just shows the sheer volatility here at the moment. Let's go check on VIX though, because VIX was doing very well a few minutes ago. Still looking pretty good on the morning. Some stocks like UVIX, UVXY, and others were explosive. Of course, there's SQQQ, SPXS as well. Let's look at UVXY though. Great. UVIX, same thing. Beautiful. SQQQ. Nice jump as well. Look at that. SQQQ pump up here to 78. What a run. Let's see what percentage it's up today. 3.5, not bad for this. Its average percent rise is 2%. You can see how lately it's had some pretty good candles come through. Yesterday it popped up around 4%. But some of these bigger days here are pretty large. This was a 7 to 8% gainer essentially. Another nice day here. 6.5%. Whoa, what was this one? Ran all the way up to 15%. Oh, it split that day. Never mind. Never mind. That one might be off, but the rest were accurate. VIX is up 80% year to date. Let's go see. Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yep. At the peak a couple weeks ago, it was up 137%. Wow, VIX. Going back to SPY, still looks nasty here. Consolidated a little bit while we went and looked at that. Now it is falling back off again. Big support coming up in about $1 or so. I guess we'll say 654.50 is 655. Let's see that sell-off pick up. Decent move here. Palantir pulled back hard, down 0.93%. Gonna try my best to stay off the sidelines. There's to stay on the sidelines, Gonzalez said. There you go. That's smart. Yeah, stay on the sidelines. I don't know. I like days like this. It's just, of course, you have to be ready for these wild moves and just account for them. Maybe you have to enter a bit lighter to let them run a bit more. Boeing's falling down 2.36%, down to around $200 here. Looking at the watch list today, Rivian's leading it to kick things off. Big jump in pre-market by Rivian. What happened? There's got to be some news there. Uber Technologies to invest up to $1.25 billion in Rivian through 2031. Hey, that sounds nice. Says robo-taxis incoming. Yeah, they probably are now, given the Uber investment, you would think. Uber and Rivian partner to deploy 50,000 autonomous robo-taxis. That was the first headline. Wow. Expected to purchase 10,000 autonomous Rivian R2 robo-taxis with the option to purchase 40,000 more in 2030. Holy shit. So there's an option for 40,000 more. Okay. That's why it says up to 50,000. It doesn't just say 50,000. Let's go see Oxy here, popping it off. 59.50, breaking out. Oil stocks moving higher again. Love it, Oxy. Let's go. Oxy. That's what we want to see. Oil still killing it today. Love it, Oxy. BP. You know, I was looking at BP yesterday, and it was blowing my mind. Up 3.27%. Let's go look at the daily chart. Because BP, you know, like we've seen some other oil stocks, right? Like ZOM, Oxy, and others. And some are doing pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Like Oxy, it just seems like that there's a lot of chop mixed in. You know, still straight up, but lots of chop. If you look at BP... I don't know. This one just got extremely vertical in the short term. Like it's just green, 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 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles in a row. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 11 of the last 12 days have been green. So 11 of 12 days green. That's a pretty good number in a row. Ali Oxenfree. What is that? That sounds like something my grandma would say. Go back to the VIX one more time. If you're just now joining up, though, destroy that like button. Let's get it. Helps us out a ton here on the lives. We had Jerome Powell yesterday. You know what I thought the biggest thing Powell said yesterday was? I don't think it was that important about the oil or inflation or anything. The big thing is we might get to play Powell's traditional song a couple more extra times. He said that if Congress doesn't approve his predecessor, well, he's going to stay in as interim Fed chair for a while. Don't know how long that would be. I don't think that it's going to be that long if there was, but you never know. Wow, SanDisk pulled back, is down 4.6% today. Looking at that 5% chart, it pulled down though a ton in after hours. Not really falling off much from open today, actually bouncing back to the upside for SNDK. Not sure where I got that jingle, but I have it. I know I've heard that before. Maybe it's from like the Christmas Story or something. What do you call an American bee? Oh. Uh-oh. What do you call it? My BA puts are printing. Hey, I love to hear that. Eric said a USB. That's actually pretty good. I was not expecting that. I was expecting something bad. But that was pretty good. That's actually a really good one for like a Halloween joke. Especially if your kid dressed up like a bee. Then it'd be like extra good. You ready to see Sweet Corn's name emerge at the top of the leaderboard today? He said, dunk on the like. Which leaderboard? Our rankings here with the crowns, or? You talking about Tetris? Oh, the bracket. Oh, sorry. I forgot about the bracket. I'm so damn busy right now, I haven't even been able to pay attention. Tangy Man said, what's up with Adobe? Oh man, Tangy. They've been getting crushed with those software stocks. They're just barely up today, but overall, that is brutal. They're probably going to break under that recent low at some point. There's definitely a good support there. Let's zoom out. I mean, it's a decent support that they're at right now, but honestly, I would have liked to see them hold up a bit higher and bounce off of some of these higher levels first, but with those giving out, I don't know. I'm not very confident with Adobe myself with where it's at right now. Maybe they can get their Firefly to come a long way or something, but I don't know. They're getting crushed by the AI game. Tied for the lead. Did it start yesterday or something? I didn't know. I didn't even know that. I thought, huh. Oh, you're tied for the lead, and because everyone has 0. I get it. You got me there. Darden staying positive so far after earnings. Darden, let's see. DRI. Haven't looked at Darden in a long time. Who's in their bracket? Let's see. Who do they own? Let's see. I'm going to look at their website. It's been a long time since I've looked at Darden, seriously. Olive Garden, Longhorn, Yard House, Ruth's Chris, Cheddar's, The Capitol Grill, Shoey's, Seasons 52, Eddie V's, and Bahama Breeze. The only ones I've ever been to are Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, Capitol Grill. No, not Capitol Grill. Sorry, not that one. So I've been Longhorn, Olive Garden, and Ruth's Chris. That's all I've been to on that list. Obviously, Ruth's Chris probably my favorite on the list, but Olive Garden being my least favorite. Ruth's Chris is such a funny name. So Ruth owns Chris? Yeah, I think so. I think that is how it works. Yard House is fun. They closed down all Bahama Breeze. Oh, that kind of sucks. Bank of America pulled back hard here today. JP Morgan, WFC. A lot of them are flat to slightly red. Not the best PA that we're seeing in the short term. Tesla, big pullback though. Buy them down under 390. They were kind of holding that level yesterday. At the end of the day, just slightly above there. But this morning, gave out pretty hard. And wow, they even broke through the recent low here, 381. Let's look at it on the 2-hour chart, because you'll see how big the support zone is on Tesla. We've actually been eyeing this one up for a little while. Yeah, Tesla is breaking a big range of support. That is major. This drop could seriously accelerate here. FedEx earnings later could be interesting for tomorrow. You think so? I don't know. I don't really like FedEx at this point. They're starting to fall off quite a bit. I like them more for a potential breakdown opportunity, honestly. Where is Mason? Don't tell me he's off at one of these March Madness venues. He probably is, honestly. He's always traveling, doing something. Let's see here. We have the market bouncing. Let's see, Amazon down 0.5%, attempting to come up. Maybe it's just a gap close for SPY, good guy says. A gap close? Let's go check that SPY move. A gap close. To get there. I mean, it's kind of filling the gap now, really. Put a tracker on Mason, Joe Papa said. He's sitting here waiting for Ohio and TCU to start. What time's the first game, Mason? Ooh, do it in Central Time. Help me out a little bit. What's going on, Xbox? Hope you're having a great one. Sean said 11:15 for me. Awesome. Sounds good. I'll throw it on in the background then. That'll be a nice, like, thing to throw on while we're working here. Hell yeah, let's go, Eric. He said, how much does it cost to join the Discord or stocks, or the group? Trying to find the ones that are not thousands of dollars. Yeah, I get you. Here, I'll throw you a link in the chat. Go ahead and check it out. There's a nice store page and everything, so here we go. And boom, there you go. Like Mason said, it's $149 a month or $797 a year. Can't wait for some of these new updates, though, guys. These new updates are exciting. I haven't been this excited about an update, actually, in a couple of years. There's always been some updates, but this one personally feels a lot bigger. That's all right, Joe. Man, Tessie pulling up to 384, 385. Be on the lookout for a potential hit and move back lower. That opening candle was nasty. I would not be surprised to see more selling pressure continue here at some point today. Let's look at the short-term trend. What we got here? I don't know, it doesn't really line up well. It's too vertical right now. It's probably what we would look at, but again, not my favorite. Nope. Just look at resistance in that case. Really watch 659.50 to 660. Big zone. Probably going to consolidate a lot now. Nvidia attempting a slight bounce off of 176. Look at the daily chart. Now, here's one of the big things in the stock market that I'm worried about is we have a few of these big companies like Nvidia, Tesla. I mean, even like Microsoft and Apple, and so many of these big companies are straddling these very large zones of support. It's pretty insane. I mean, look at Microsoft. You know, Microsoft is getting to a pretty big level here. If it turns over much more, it's going to start getting extremely nasty. Same thing with Tesla, like we were showing earlier. Very large zone of support. Hell, with Tesla, it even looks like a double top. You got the double top here, and of course the big support here starting to break down. If we see these things start to give out on these stocks, it's going to get brutal, but that's not even the kicker. Nvidia is the real big boy here with the big support. They have huge support at like 170. They've held this like 4, 5, 6, 8 times, something like that, since the middle of 2025. And of course, Nvidia has the biggest weighting in the S&P, QQQ, biggest company in the world, influence over so many other chip stocks, and the way that the public perceives chips and AI in the market. So it is a big player if this starts to fall down too, which it kind of has started to do that. But if we see a true fall down or a true collapse start, that's where it's going to accelerate the market quite a bit. What's up with Dr. Lisa Su meeting with the big dogs of Samsung this week, I believe? I hadn't heard about that, Eric. That sounds interesting, though. Thanks for bringing it up. Lisa Su with Amazon? Oh, sorry, AMD. The ticker symbol starting with AM got me there. Did it find its bottom, Shy said. With SLV, they said SLV starting to curl up. Did it find the bottom? Watch out with SLV. It's really testing the lower bounds of this zone here. I mean, it touched right on support. It might have found the bottom. I mean, it wasn't right on support, but pretty damn close. Tom, what's your take on averaging into VOO long term? I think it's a very smart thing to do, especially on this current pullback. You know, it's providing one of the best pullback opportunities that we've had in a while. Since the Liberation Day crash, this is the biggest one that we've had. There's been some pullbacks, don't get me wrong, like this one that was decent. We might be mimicking this one right now. 5.8% essentially. Right now, the SPY is just over that. It's, well, right now it's sitting at 6.12, but it was at like a 6.62% pullback. So a little bit bigger. So yeah, the biggest one since the Liberation Day pullback, your best opportunity. So yeah, really good time, I think. I think you should definitely start now. You know, the SPY is getting close to a major support zone. And when I say SPY, just the S&P in general, the VOO is also getting close to support. And we might end up seeing a bounce back up. Now, I'm someone that thinks that it could go a bit lower than that, but either way, it's a good point to start averaging in. You would start there, and of course, if it does end up, let's say, accelerating, and the snowball builds and builds, and eventually something gives, and we get, let's say, a 10% correction, then a 20% bear market, then you start averaging in a lot more, right? Obviously, if you're averaging in right now, you don't want to go all in. You want to have, well, that's the name of averaging in. You know, you want to leave yourself some room, but I would leave yourself quite a bit of room because it can play out for a while. You watch SPY on the book map, Sean. I've heard not to even look at the SPY on there. Because what happens with SPY is that no matter where the buyers or sellers are, you know, there's algorithms and stuff that if SPY moves separately from, let's say, the index or something, it's going to get kind of arbed in right away by all these bots and stuff. So it's like, it's kind of stupid because it's like a lot of those are just little like bot orders and different things like that on the SPY. But I feel you. I don't know. It's interesting though, because I know a lot of people always ask for it and look at it. So I'm always, you know, I'm an open book. I don't mind seeing how people do things. Did it find its bottom? Oh yeah, that was silver. Earlier today, Yada said SER. Serena Therapeutics. Now that sounds like something that's going to be low priced and moving a lot. Yes, it is. 67%, up 2.1 or up to $2.15, but 67% on the day. What a gap up. They have some news today. Let's see. SER. Never heard of them. It doesn't say anything there. The company's market cap is only 13.8 million. What? CUPR, their company market cap stands at $2.5 million. CUPR, 2.5 million. What? What am I hearing here? I know people with like, I don't even know. I know people that drive boats more than this. It's like, what? I haven't seen one that low in a long time. I haven't looked for him, though, to be fair. Palantir. Little flat on the day. Let's see that 1 minute chart. Big resistance overhead at 154. Not moving as much as we'd like. Tesla with the slow recovery back. 384 to 385 resistance. Man, oh man, Tesla. I think it's going to get fun here over the next couple of hours as some of these recoveries / uptrends turn back over and end up resulting in more selling pressure today. SPY was in slide-off mode yesterday, as they like to call it. And today, I'm looking for the same thing. Notice yesterday it opened. Look what the SPY did yesterday. At market open, it popped up. Not a lot. Kind of like the move here. And then as it got towards resistance, it died off. But it didn't just die off right away. Note how it chopped around for a while, then eventually died off. It's important to note those things because it can take time to let it play out. Tangy Man. Thankfully, you sold a bunch of RCAT in the 16s. Yeah. Yeah, it's pulling back pretty hard now, isn't it? 1455. Nice job. Robert, though, says, hey, Tom. Thoughts again on Shell. Already in it. Just chilling on my break. 1 minute calls to 100. But still like your opinion overall. Stay blessed. SHEL. So 1 month calls, I'm assuming, to the 100 strike. SHEL has been straight up. Today it's down 0.66%. I think that as we go forward, oil can keep rising. So I'm somebody that thinks that these oil companies can keep rising as well. Shell is very high. If you do have the 100 strike, that's a pretty tough strike. It's very far out of the money. You're going to need to move fast towards 100. If we get it, you're going to do great. If we don't, you're going to have some problems. When you say 1 month calls, I hope that you mean that they expire towards the middle to end of April rather than, let's say, at the end of March. I'm assuming you mean like April, though. And I think that you have enough time for this first initial move. We need it to happen fast, though. If you see any point of consolidation that lasts longer than 3 or 4 days, you're going to be in trouble because theta decay is going to hit that position very, very hard. So just keep that in mind. As long as you're okay and you know that, I think you're fine. It's very overextended, so call premiums are through the roof. But yeah, looking good. Looking good right now. Popping back up intraday. I think that, like I said, the next couple days, as long as we get that move, you'll be solid. And who knows, maybe we'll see the Iran situation pop off a bit more. I think it's definitely possible. Samsung planning $73 billion chip investment. Is that with AMD, Eric? AMD is popping back. Yeah, really nice pop back here. Yo, guys, I'm going to throw it on the Mag 7 really quickly. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a quick drink. Quick intermission real fast. Give me 1 second. EQNR, LNG, VG. Great energy plays. I'll check those out in a sec. Aw, man, KNMSO, that sucks. Trading floor members had access to enter yesterday, I guess, where it was a bit more, but... yeah, Next is doing great today. That's one where being in the trading floor definitely helped. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it helps, sometimes it hurts, but good entry yesterday. Working on it. Make everyone sell so UVIX hits 10. That would be nice. Working on it. It's on AMD's news feed on Webull, Eric said. Oh, it is? Okay. Let's see what Thinkorswims looks like. Yeah, nothing really there. That's too bad. Too bad they don't have it. I'm going to search it up on Stock Labs real quick. Trump wants no more strikes to Iranian energy strikes. Trump wants no more strikes on Iranian energy strikes. I think they meant to say sites. A lot of back and forth with the strike of the South Pars gas field. U.S. is deploying A-10s and Apache helicopters to strike targets in southern Iran. That was some big news this morning. Probably the biggest I've seen. I don't know how that sounds pretty big, though. Wonder how that'll play out. How's Oxy doing intraday? Beautiful. Still moving great. Pulled back a little bit. Couple of red candles, but overall, fantastic movement. Yeah, I don't even see anything on Stock Labs for AMD, so very weird. But I definitely see it on some news sites. So I'm pretty pissed off at Thinkorswim for this. They need to get their news better. Yeah, no problem, Eric. I snagged 20% on UVIX puts yesterday. Just messing around, Sean said. Let's see, UVIX. Oh, I saw you do that, actually. I was watching in the Discord. I think I saw you posting about it, right? If it wasn't you, someone was playing puts, and I think on VIX. More like a double negative. Yeah. I know what you mean there. Iran and Qatar use Iran and Qatar use a lot of the same pipelines, so hurting Iran will hurt one of our biggest allies in the region. I've heard that if you stop, Iran's oil flow, it's pretty rough. That's why we've been actually letting them send tankers out of the Strait of Hormuz. And as we know, that's been a big deal with that strait being shut down, and with us letting them go, it started helping oil for a couple of days as oil pulled back, but now things are picking up again with this Qatar-Iran situation. So every day it seems like the second it starts to get better, it gets worse. Mason's team is called Mason. Does this show me Mason's bracket? Oh, it doesn't show me. It says brackets will appear here soon. Come on. Come on, show us it already. Tom's #1 fan, Mr. Pancake, still has not filled it out. Come on, Wes. He'll get auto-filled and then win. That would actually be pretty funny. Man, Tesla, right off resistance. 384, 385. Holding up well. I like that. I actually have Illinois going a long way myself. I have Illinois going to the Final Four. Can you, edit your bracket? Oh, wow, you can. Drinking the Gator Light today. Tastes pretty good. I love these Gator Lights. You can edit till 11. Okay. I guess I'm just going to leave it alone. I have Duke versus Michigan and Duke winning. I'm not telling you my tiebreaker score, though. I think I'm going to beat everybody this year. I have a good feeling. No, I'm kidding. I tried to sound confident there, but I don't think I could even fake it. it's that bad. The one reason I'm scared is I don't have one real upset. Not one. My biggest upset is Texas beating BYU. That's the biggest one I have. Oh no, I do have High Point beating Wisconsin. Uh-oh. That's a scary one. Yeah, Wes, it's free. Let me get you a link. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, here. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but yeah, that definitely means that's not the Wes we were talking about. Is it? There's somebody else in there, Wes, who's named Weston, and they have not picked yet their bracket. Let's go see LNG popping up to 296. There we go. Beautiful jump. Heck yeah, anyone can join that link, by the way, if you're interested in the bracket this year. Let's see who wins. Just fill one out real quick. Maybe you will win. Who knows? Get in there, though. Let's see if we can get 20 people. We need 7 more people to get in there and fill out a bracket. I know we can probably get at least 7, right? If you don't join, you're going to be banned. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. LNG is doing very good, though. Shinari. Killing it. 296. This is upsetting. You know why this is upsetting to me? Let's go to a weekly of Shinari. Wow, that's a weird one. If I'm not mistaken, I remember my grandpa telling me a story where he invested in Shinari around this time, and it ended up dying. Like with the '08 financial crisis, it ended up getting crushed. Now, it came back and did really well a few years later, but I think I remember him telling me that he lost like a lot of money on that or something. It's tough to remember exactly which ticker it was. I'm pretty sure it was this one, though. But it's really popping right now. I wish he could be here to see it. Or actually, he'd probably be pissed because he sold it. But either way, it brings back some memories. LNG was Seth Klarman's largest holding at one point. Damn. It's a big one. Tesla really dipping through support there, down to 380. Wow. Really breaking down now, guys. That support zone is critical. Things are getting nasty out there already. Getting nasty. Joe Papa joined. Let's go. Nice, Joe Papa. That's what I like to hear. Are you going to join in on the Tesla collapse as well? 19 people now. Boom. Hell yeah. Just a few more and we'll hit the goal. If we could somehow get 6 more, we'll hit 25. That would be perfect. Make it really competitive on us. Dizzy Spider. Joe says going red. This is going to be pretty fun. I really can't wait for fantasy baseball to start. I've been really waiting. Man, the SPY is pulling back here, 656. Pretty big zone of support. Look at that SPY action right there. Boy, 656. Big support. Nasty, nasty sell-off here into this morning. With this move today, I think SPY's like just over 6% from all-time highs now at this point. Let's do the percentage. Yep. At the low of day today, SPY was like 6.16% away from the all-time high. If we hit 10%, correction will officially be in play. If you didn't know, a correction is a 10% pullback from highs. A bear market is a 20% pullback. Now, some people could say that we're in the bear market already, but no problem. Haha, hey, let's go, KNMSO. They said, I don't even watch basketball, but I did it for you, Tom. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you're in there, you know, if you win, that would be pretty hilarious. That would definitely make me laugh. I don't know why. I have confidence, though, in Mason this time. I feel like Mason's going to do pretty good. The brackets. Everyone's doing brackets. I think my mom's even doing a bracket. I'm going to tell her to join ours and make her name Tom's mom. That would be pretty hilarious if she beat all of our asses on there. It's all right, Zachary. You're probably going to beat me. Or I meant Wes. You're more of a hockey fan. Go Blues. Hell yeah. Too bad the Blues suck this year. At least we get to watch Parayko for another couple years. That's nice, at least. Man, Next is killing it again, guys. 8.10 right now, up over 16%. Tons of momentum on Next. RCAT's down 16%, though, unfortunately. Not good for them. UMAC is down a lot as well. 7% right now. Oh, yeah, the code to join that link to do a bracket, by the way, is Trading Floor. If you didn't know, it was Trading Floor. Sorry for that. My mom. There was a recent drone company that just had an IPO, SWMR. I have heard of that one. Swarmer. SWMR. Recently IPO'd, started popping off a lot, pulled up, but is now slowing down. I would be careful and be wary of a big pullback here, but as it pulls back, I would look for an entry. If it just keeps exploding here, I'd be pretty surprised off the IPO. Yeah, it will be fun, Mason. Be going through. Tomorrow we'll kick it off. You picked right state to win it all. That's going to be a good one. If they do that, you're definitely going to win. I can tell you that. Warren Tawarsh said, your name appears to be in the Epstein files. What? No. Elizabeth Warren probes Trump Fed nominee Wash over the Epstein files. Oh, that's great. No wonder he got picked to be in the Federal Reserve. No, I'm kidding. I don't care. Well, I care, but I don't care the opinions, right? Used to live right by Wright State. Hey, that's pretty cool. You never know. That could be the right state to win. That's bad. INTC somehow coming up again today. Intel's outperforming a lot of its peers. 45.82. Let's go look at NVIDIA, for example, which I guess has tried to come back. AMD's trying. Intel just seems a lot better than many of them. WDC's back up. SanDisk. Oh, SanDisk is up quite a bit, actually. SanDisk doesn't give a... Well, it doesn't care at all what the market's doing. It seems like it's coming back. It's still down 1% on the day, though, to be fair. To be fair, still down on the day. Him seems to be recovering a bit. Hopefully I don't lose everything on the call I have. Oh. Don't talk like that, KNMSO. Uh-oh. Yeah, it is recovering a little bit today. I think that you have a good shot here with HIMS given the uptrend. Worst case scenario for you, HIMS would come down, fill the gap, and start popping, which at this point you'd probably have to cut. But just don't bag hold if it goes against you. Don't blow up anything. Only hold if it's something that, you know, you've accounted for the risk. He does have those jokes. That's hilarious. Now we have 20. There we go. Boom. 20 was hit. Can we get 5 more? 5 more people doing some brackets. Code trading floor. Code trading floor to join. UVA. I like that one. My fiance is in here even making a bracket. She called her team name Great Britney. She's not even from Great Britain. Let's see next. NEXT, nice momentum. Oxy, clear run still up to 60.85. Man, Oxy still straight to the upside. That was a great run by Oxy this morning, and it's still moving right now. USO isn't even pumping, but Oxy's doing great. We're seeing natural gas fly through the roof. LNG next. What's another nice one? Well, we'll just go check simply. NG, natural gas futures. Doing pretty solid. Crazy day on that front. Micron's filling the gap down. That's good. They did have good earnings. MU coming back. Beautiful. Beautiful. I actually would have preferred a move to the upside initially. Now that it fell, I kind of preferred a downside move, but you know what's interesting? Look at MU as we zoom out on the daily chart. It recently broke out above this huge wedge that it was sitting in, or a big flag, and as it broke, it actually just bounced off of this and is coming back up. Pretty solid way, actually. Really solid. Yeah, Micron did fill that gap pretty perfectly, actually, to the downside. I see what you're saying. Coming back up. Tesla. Double bottom here. 379, 380. This is the big area to watch for with Tessie. They've been slowly dying off all day. As they get these slight pops like this could be your opportunity to enter to the downside. At some point, it'll probably pop back up. But let's just say, you know, we're getting these slight pops up like here. Slight pop up here. Let's say you're patient. You wait. It breaks down. It starts popping back up, right? Next time it gets to, like, that pop-up point, that's where your possible entry could be. You know, you'd stop out somewhere up here with the target of it moving lower to a new low of the day. Even where it's at right now really is not the worst spot for a possible trend continuation setup, especially on these bloody days like this. You can see the bleed off continue for a long time. Micron's filling the gap. Oh, that's an old message. Let's go see the SPY. That's a pretty big pullback. Coming back in again, a bit choppy, pulling back slightly, but I would look for a bigger drop down. Wow. Let's go see OXY again. REI very close to a breakout. REI, Ring Energy Inc. That's a pretty good trend happening right here. REI is moving in a pretty awesome way. If we look at the overall wedge and pattern of REI, it's actually starting to bust up and out through this, which is a great setup. It's holding the lower end of this trend. If you were to enter this and REI pulls back under like $1.50 and we see the trend breakdown, that's where I'd probably look to exit. For right now, though, it looks like a pretty awesome setup to the upside. It's been moving with some great momentum, and I would not be surprised to see it break its recent high at all. Very low priced stock here, being $1.56. Not even sure how their options chain is. Let's see. Terrible. Their options chain is like the worst. There's like 0 open interest. There's, okay, sorry. If you go out to May, there's like 0 open interest. You have to go to like April or March to find any open interest here. And even at that, it's very, very bad. Very low priced. Like you have like a $5 option that goes up to $10, which is a 0.05 if you didn't know. Technically a 5-cent option, but it's worth $5. And that's even in the money on calls at the 1.5 strike. So yeah, very bad options. You'd have to go shares if you want this one, probably. I mean, you always could go options, but I don't know. I don't love it. You go out to the September strike. There is 30,000 open interest, actually, at the 2-strike calls. Right now, the bid-ask spread is literally 50% of the options price, so kind of freaky there. Did you talk about steep drop in GLD overnight? Did you talk about the steep drop in GLD? I did a little bit, yeah. I mean, it's just normal stuff. You know, GLD, SLV, very overbought, very overvalued. Not surprised one bit. Not surprised. I do think that GLD and SLV, though, are getting close to some big zones of support. And whenever I look at those zones of support, I am watching for potential bounces back here off of these zones. But they're getting to the point where they're starting to pull back in a pretty big point. That was a big drop off, though. SLV and GLD. You know, whenever I look at SLV, it's kind of moving under this big zone here. Let's look at silver prices themselves, because whenever you look at SLV, it's a bit misleading, whereas like silver itself, you can see it a bit better on like the 2-hour chart. If we go to SLV, see SLV has pre-market and after hours, so the daily looks all messed up. You have to go to the 2-hour to see it for real. So here we go. You can see the double bottom happening off that support. Whereas on the daily, it appears support's breaking, which it did break one support at 66, but another support down at 59 to 60 came into play. Now that's the big one that we're looking at with SLV. It's probably going to hold in this zone at least for a little bit off of that support. While I like the downtrend and I think it's natural, we need to go back and look at 2011, and I keep doing this because I think it's very important to do, to look at the last major shift on silver and gold. You know, we had this big initial drop, right? And after that initial drop, just look at the consolidation that occurred for a few months into the middle part of the year. You know, hang on, it actually happened at like the same part of the year too, where they were exploding into the beginning of the year and then died off. Let's get back to 11. But just note all of that consolidation that occurred down here, and then the pop back actually before ultimately continuing down, right? The consolidation is what I want to point out, because note how it held support in some great ways. There were multiple points where support was tested, and it bounced in a pretty solid way. And that's kind of what we're looking at now. You know, we're seeing SLV and GLD and everything forming these big zones of support. And the million-dollar question, are they going to hold? Trust me, I get it. I know that's the million-dollar question. If I could time travel, trust me, I would go get in the goddamn DeLorean and turn on the capacitor and go blast 3 years into the future, check it out, come back, tell you, but that's not the reality, is it? It's just not how it goes. 3 years, 3 days of time travel would be plenty enough. Yeah, that's really all you'd have to do. You're not kidding. You are not kidding. Three years, 3 days of time travel. Thanks for the mineral insights. No problem. It's always fun to look at gold and silver, right? $380 on Tesla. Big zone of support here. If this gives out, watch Tesla to the downside. I think that there's actually a good opportunity in finding a potential entry here on this pop back up for Tesla. Possible entry coming up for another pullback. Keep your eyes out there. Potential movement coming through. When you say give out, do you mean a candle close or wick? Yeah, nothing like that, Johnny. There's nothing really, there's nothing really to be had there. I would really say, honestly, there's so much variance that comes with this. There's not going to be any hard thing to say. Like, you can't just say, okay, the second that goes past, or the second there's a close, or anything like that. You know, you really need to see the support zone give out, right? Sometimes there'll be fake outs. You'll see it totally do everything you want, no matter what you pick. You could pick anything you want. It could be a clear move past. It could be a 5-minute candle closing under it. It could be a 15-minute. You could come up with tons of different scenarios. No matter what, you're gonna get faked out. And that's the thing that's gonna happen. It's never gonna be perfect. There's always gonna be fake outs, and the market's not gonna do what you want at some point. And that's why I don't like saying that, because I don't want to just tell you that there's gonna be a candle close and that means it broke. Because while it broke, it doesn't mean the stock has to go down, right? Or it doesn't mean it has to go up if it's resistance you're talking about. No problem, Chansey. I just need a second to read the chat. How do you get the little box on the bottom right? Strong correlation to SPY, traders move. Yeah, that is our custom stock algo. Here, I'll send you a link in the chat. You can go check it out on the store page. You have to have TradingView, and yeah, it gives you access to our TradingView algorithm. Here you go. There's a link. It's a one-time payment. It says it right there. Lifetime access. Check out the videos. There's a couple videos. There's a lot of information on the store page. With this as well, it can auto plot support and resistance. It can give you entry. Well, it can give you buy or sell signals, as in likely to rise, likely to fall, and you can use those as signals. It gives you overbought and oversold as well. It can give you the what is the cloud coming through. And then of course, we always use it for the statistics. It can give you the ticker in the bottom right, all the ticker statistics. You can do look back periods. You can have the correlation be to SPY, or you could have it be to whatever you want. Let's say you're looking at metal stocks and you want to see how correlated it is to gold. Boom, plot it. You're looking at, let's say, oil companies. You want to see how correlated they are to oil. Boom, plot it. Lots of opportunities with that, which is fun. You can change the look back period for these different things on here as well. I would definitely check out the video on the store page for sure. Yeah, 100% with TradingView only. You have to have TradingView to use this. And we're actually coming out with something new soon as part of our new updates that may or may not be associated to TradingView. So, wink, wink. If you don't have TradingView, I would get it now. The VIX market. Just want to cash out. I'm leveling up patience. How long have you guys been doing this? And also, what's your profit percentage to loss ratio? I'm considering buying the one-time lifetime access. What's up, Johnny? How are we doing? Are you talking about the algorithm for TradingView or the Discord server? Because the algorithm is just on TradingView specifically. There's no community involved or anything like that. And I'm answering Johnny's question first. Then Hot Sauce asks, can you please talk about how TradeView helps you make money? Yeah, I mean, I always look at everything on TradingView. You know, tons of different things. Number one, straight off the bat, the correlation can help a lot. If you're looking at oil stocks and you want to get oil companies, a good list that move with oil, and you're looking at stocks that don't even move with oil, you're going to screw yourself, right? I mean, right off the bat, that's one way it helps in quite a bit. Another way that I really like to use personally is the support and resistance. So if you look at support and resistance and you're somebody that's newer to trading and you don't know where to plot it, this is a great thing for you. You can turn this on and it straight up plots the support and resistances for you. And you can check yourself. You can say, okay, does it have a support or resistance where I have it? You know, and the algo might not get every single one, but it's definitely good to confirm. Like right here, you know, there's a clear resistance. Like I have it, the algo supports it, it backs it up, it lines up on the chart, boom. It helps confirm you right there. And it really does a lot of the work for you if you want it to. I always like to do extra work because why not, right? You don't want to be lazy. You're never going to beat the game being lazy. So I always do extra work to look at stocks extra hard, but either way, does a great job. Like, note how it looks at like the low of day from today and plot support there, right? Like pretty solid stuff by the algo on this sense. Can really help you, especially if you also couple this with Bookmap. Maybe you're looking for big levels and let's say you're watching the SPY fall and you're looking for somewhere it might start to bounce, right? Maybe you can go check out ES futures. You can check that out on Bookmap in combination with this. Check out support. I don't look at ES futures on Bookmap, but I'm just saying you could. That's probably my favorite. I personally don't use the prediction cloud or the overbought, oversold, or likely labels, but a lot of people do, and they do like to use it. So like if you turn something like this on, like the overbought labels, we go to the daily, let it load up for a second. Let me put the confidence level down. The confidence level is too high on it right now. So you can change that confidence level and it'll give you like more or less signals. And I'm on SPY, which is a bit strange. Here we go. There we go. Now it popped up. So SPY is a bit different with how volatile it is, but like let's go to something like Tesla, for example. Note how like it gives you these oversold signals at like the bottoms here, so you can see like good buying points, and then even like the overbought signals, you know, coming in at like good selling points. Now, like right now, it's giving you an oversold signal on Tesla. And yes, Tesla is oversold and it might bounce back. You also have to realize what's going on in the overall market, because sometimes they can be oversold and keep continuing down. So just keep that in mind. But this is generally what it would look like. And you know, you can see it's pretty much sniping a lot of these bottoms here where Tesla starts to pop back. I don't personally use these, but again, like I know lots of people that use them and definitely abide by them, but I'm a big fan of the support and resistance to help with my personal trading. One second, guys. Lots of questions today. Sorry to keep going quiet on you guys. Trying to help someone in Discord here, but it's hard to do 5 things at once. I feel bad, though. So sorry about that. Let's see. The good guy says, does the course give a good trading flow? It's not a course at all. Sorry about that, good guy. Not a course. What you can do is if you join the trading floor, you can join up and look at all the live Q&A sessions and also join up on the live Q&As, ask questions, and learn and put in the effort to become a better trader. If I were you, good guy, that's what I would do. I would join the trading floor for a month. I would ask as many questions as I could over that month. I would learn as much as I could, maybe look at new strategies even, and really put in the effort. That's how you're going to become a better trader. That's how you're going to work things out. That's how you're going to get better strategies and ultimately learn. But you have to get on those Q&As. You have to do some research. You have to put in the time to go back and watch the videos and learn and ask the questions and truly do it. I don't think watching a course is ever going to really do that for you. It's called Trading View, Hot Sauce, not Trade View. But yeah, Trading View, it will give you oversold and overbought signals. You can use those as buy signals if you want. Of course, I would couple it with other strategies, though. And as always, you need to have your own strategies, your own thesis. Like, you're, at the end of the day, you're placing the trades. You know, you're going to have your own research, your own strategy, your own knowledge, and put in work to become better. You're not just going to buy something on TradingView, get a buy signal, and win. Never going to happen. It might happen for a couple times, but if you're not a good trader yourself, you're going to ultimately still end up failing. Most likely. Yeah, we don't do it like that, Nikki, but we do have some big updates in the works, of course, and we do have a lot of signals within the Discord and a lot of tools within the Discord to help you as a trader. Like, for example, we have big money trades, but we also have other ways for you to see options order flow. You know, you can go to the commands tab and you can start looking up your own big money trades. You can also check in on tons of different things, different stats on stocks. You can see golden crosses, death crosses, all types of different things. So it really depends on what you take advantage of, but you know, I'm not trying to, you know, push it, but trying to answer some questions at the same time. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks, Manicured. It'll let you change. Hey, I like it. Nair said that the Q&As are great. Sorry, it's showing your YouTube username. No problem, Hot Sauce. Pretty good questions. Always good to have some. Teacher's pet. Hey. It does generate support and resistance, though, Hot Sauce. That is my favorite part. TradingView is probably the best free charting platform out there. And honestly, I would just pay for it if I were you. Unless you know, really didn't have the money, but solid. Yeah, it is free. Now, our indicator on TradingView isn't free, but TradingView itself is, yeah. Yeah, it really does, Nikki. It'll even do it for like Labor Day and for 4th of July too. You guys are going to get a kick out of this one. I have a good feeling for this. You guys ready for your funny joke of the week here? I texted my mom and I said, join our bracket for March Madness. I said, code trading floor to join. She goes, I'm not going to join. I know nothing about basketball. And I said, make your team name Tom's mom and everyone will get a kick out of it. And I said this, I said, a lot of old women are in there. You are good. And she goes, are you calling me an old woman? That's my funny story of the week here. Trying to get my mom to get in here. She won't join. Bank of America moving up to 46.90 to 47. Coming up here soon. Do you think the downtrend off ITB continues? ITB, the home construction ETF, still getting crushed. My gosh, I almost forgot about this one, but it's still dying. Wow. Yeah, that is a crazy snipe by the big money trade on ITB. That is insane. You have to say join or else feel the wrath. Yeah, it's not really delayed. Yeah, I follow Bookmap alongside TradingView. It's maybe 1 second delayed, not even. It's probably so fast you can't even, like, move your eyes fast enough to see it. Let's look at the Mag 7 setup today because SPY was starting to recover but is now selling off a bit more. Keep your eyes on Tesla at 380 coming up. I think that there could be a great opportunity in starting to look more at the downtrend today as this bleed off continues. This is getting nasty. Nasty sell-off hitting. What a move. Thoughts on GE, YouTube says. GE. Let's see. Which one? Oh, well, obviously you mean aerospace. Sorry for that. Wow, yeah, that is dying to the downside. The delay only really matters for scalps, Zachary said. A friend has a Cybertruck on order, and I was surprised that they were still making it. I found out it's hot car now, Cybertruck, the new one. Wait, what? You have to retype that one, manicured. It's all right though. Sometimes I get it. The texting and the typing gets away. The delay only really matters for scalps. To be honest, like if you're having problems where, like, let's say a 1 or 2 second delay hurts you that bad on stocks, man, I mean, you're scalping so fast that it's hard to even place the damn orders within that time. So really, I mean, I don't really even think that that's going to really hurt much people, even if you are scalping. I think it's just mentally people just want it to be not delayed by anything, of course. But the good thing is on Thinkorswim, you can actually just set it to have 0 delay, which is nice. I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you guys use Thinkorswim, it comes set up from the factory with a delay. Let me see if I can show you this here. Yep, right here. So if you go to your Thinkorswim settings and you go to system, see how it says quote speed, real time, no delay? I think most of the time it says moderate, max delay, 3 seconds. So I do real time, no delay, of course. Because why wouldn't you? To me, a few seconds only really matters if you're submitting market orders. Yeah. Because by the time you type in the limit, I mean, it's already went. But I get it. You know, it all adds up. I will say, though, for most people's skill set that I've seen, I would say that 99% of you probably shouldn't be doing that stuff, but let's see. Like, just 99% of traders in general is what I mean. Is it better to trade off the 1 minute or 5 minute? Almighty says. There's no real answer for that. Unfortunately, I'm somebody that loves the 1 minute, But again, sometimes I value the 5. Sometimes I value nothing. I mean, sometimes I value the 15. Sometimes I value the hour, the daily. It totally depends. I hate to give you that answer, Almighty J, but some people love the 1 minute. Some hate it. Some love the 5. Some hate it. It's just how it is. I like the 1 minute because I think that having more information is better. Whereas if you look at a 5 minute, it's hiding the information. Like if you look at a 5 minute, you might not see that Tesla tested this resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You're going to see that it tested it. Okay, well, this one's a bad example. You get it though. You get my premise. It doesn't show you the total move. There will be points where you're going to miss some things and potentially not catch it as fast. Like, let's say you're looking at the 1 minute and like you're eyeing up this intraday trend, right? And you're looking at this like little wedge pattern. This would be really hard to draw out like on a 5 minute and then identify the breakdown at, right? Be almost impossible. And for scalping, I think a lot of traders would prefer to have this 1 minute action rather than a 5. Now, if you're someone that's buying and holding for like, let's say 45 minutes to 2 hours, I think that that's going to be it. But I think that a lot of traders are trading quicker than that. You know what? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll here. How long do you like to hold your day trades? I'm curious, which one do you guys like? Vote it up. How long do you like to hold your day trades? 1 to 10 minutes, 10 to 30 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour, or 1 hour plus? Very curious out there. I want everybody to vote in this one because this is going to be a big deal. Because it also tells us a lot about the community, right? It tells us a lot about how you guys specifically like to trade. If everybody likes to do 5 minute trades and we're trying to do trades that are 2 hours long, it might not be the best, right? So vote it up. Manicured says, I was in love with the 5, but my other friends got me on the 3 minute. MTF. A lot of weird movement today in the market, though. We're already 2 hours in today. Minute time frame. Okay, minute time frame. Gotcha. We just call it the 3 minute. Sorry. So you like the 5, then you went to the 3, then the 15. Yep, I get it. I have a setup for Thinkorswim that has like a 5, a 15, an hourly. All in one. QQQ's really pulling back. 589. Watch out for QQQ for the breakdown. Ooh, Tesla might get fun down there at 380 today. That'll be fun. 20 votes in the poll. Wow, a big mixture here across the board. 1 to 10 minutes, 10 to 30 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour, and 1 hour plus. Let's get at least like 15 more votes. Let's get to 35 votes. If you're listening to this one today, get your votes in. Obviously, don't do something dumb at work or something to get the vote in, but it's like a crane operator's like, let me get my vote in, and then the crane like knocks a building over or something. Safely get your vote in. Get fired from your job to get the vote in or be banned, Mason says. It's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Man, Tesla with that double top at 384 is rough. Big zone. It's a big zone of resistance here. 384.15. I'm making my vote count. You guys are funny. QQQ starting to look pretty weak here. SPY as well, rejecting back down off of 660. Very, very weak. Not looking good. Tesla's still stuck. How's Nvidia? We're going to have to pull up the Mag 7 here in a second. Mag 7 coming back up. All right, well, we're going to call it there. 22 votes. It looks like 1 to 10 minutes win. So about half of you guys, well, over half of you do all of your trades within 30 minutes. But that's only 10 votes, but still. Thanks for voting in the poll if you did. I appreciate that. Remember, if you're not yet in the trading floor and you're out there and you're eager to learn and you want to become a better trader, check out the link I'm sending in the chat. For $149 for a month, you will definitely save yourself more money than that over the long term, as long as you put in some type of effort. Alrighty, guys. Let's have a great rest of the week. We're seeing some wild price action out there. Be ready in case we see this end-of-day sell-off. Watch Tesla at 380. Watch Google at 300. Watch SPY at 656. And let's see these breakdowns. See you guys later. Watch out for that end-of-day bleed-off.